Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario. Get comfortable, this could get a little hairy tonight. I'm Jim Houston with Craig Simpson. Up next, a wild one between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Chicago Blackhawks.
The key for these guys will be getting a quick lead and playing tenacious defense.
They're not exactly a club that can score their troubles away, and this is an opponent with a balanced attack.
And Jim, they've got one of the deepest benches in the league.
We're ready for the opening face-off, so let's get down to center ice. Ruutu won the draw to Martin Havlat. To Darcy Tucker. To Tuomo Ruutu. Turned over. Now he passes the puck to Tucker. From behind the net. Grabbed by Caberlet. There's the wrist shot. Up to Ruutu. He intercepts the pass to Darcy Tucker. He shoots! Here's Brent Seabrook to Havlat. Shoot! He scores! And we have our first goal of the game.
Some guys like to finesse the puck, but this guy's like a closing pitcher. It's all about the heat.
The faceoff goes to Toronto. Grabbed by Toronto. Throws it at the net, and he's stopped by Raycroft. Here's Jeff O'Neill, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. Quick shot, right on! Turned aside by Raycroft. Corralled by Chicago. Passed ahead to Smolinski. Quick shot on target. Raycroft made the save. Possession is taken by the Maple Leafs. To Jeff O'Neill. One-timer. Vandermeer. He passes it to Bork. The ref indicates a delayed call. Kubina will get the gate for high sticking.
He came up with his stick and took his man down. Now in this game, that's going to get you a penalty every time.
Chicago is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
Kilger cleared it. Puck grabbed by Wellwood. He intercepted it. Here's Lapointe. He's a +1 in this game. He steals the pass. To Seabrook. He picks off the puck. It's cleared by Gill. Taken by Chicago. To Martin Havlat, another of the great players to the NHL from the Czech Republic. To Havlat. Gill cleared it down the ice. Kilger down into the corner. He turned the puck over. Over to Ruutu. Cleared out of the zone by Gill. Kilger. Chicago is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Passed ahead to Bork. Now passed over to Barker. He turns it over. He passes it to Smolinski. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. One-timer! Here's Brian McCabe. Here's Pavel Kubina looking for his first shot on net. He passes the puck to Smolinski. Intercepted in the slot. Glove saved by Habibulin to Barker. Toronto is down by 1 after giving up a quick goal to start the game.
Yeah, those early goals can be tough to swallow, but there's still plenty of hockey left.
Sundin won the draw to Brian McCabe. To Caberlet. Offside. The puck is about to be dropped. Face-off won by Smolinski. Chicago takes control. Easy pickings for Andrew Raycroft.
And he had to be quick there to keep his team from falling behind by 2.
Cleared out by Kolyakovo, and it's touched for icing. Toronto has to get more shots if they want to get back in this game.
Well, when you're behind, you can't look for the pretty play. You have to keep it simple, dump the puck at the net, and score ugly if you have to.
That's offside. About to drop the puck. Maple Leafs win another face-off. Kolyakovo. Panikarovsky dumped the puck in. Now he passes it over to Panikarovsky. And Khabibulin makes a nice save. Here's a wraparound. He stopped it again. Lindros jumps on it. Oh, he's made another save. Shoots the puck from the slot. Lindros to O'Neill. Shot. Blocked in front of the net. Lindros. Chicago. Got it. They turn it back the other way. And it's over the line into the attacking zone. To Rutu. One-time shot. Fearlessly blocked. Here's Brent Seabrook to LaPointe. Toronto has it. Puck is cleared by McCabe. And that's icing. Khabibulin has good hands. He can really move the puck.
And that puts a lot of pressure on opposing forwards. If they're not accurate with their shoot-ins, he'll beat them to the puck and fire it out of the zone.
To Tucker. Now it's passed to Smolinski. Into the slot. Quick up to Sundin. Wrist shot. Khabibulin made the save. In behind. Vandermeer. Out comes Brian Smolinski. And he passes it to Tucker. Allison to Darcy Tucker. Maple Leafs take possession. He picked it off. He brings it over the line. Passed over to Barker. Now he dumps the puck in. And it's passed to Kabina. Here's Stajan. Front of the net. He shoots. Here's Brent Seabrook. That's icing.
He's a big man, and he knows how to use his body. Look at how he explodes through that check.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Holmqvist. He takes it into the neutral zone to Seabrook. Shoots the puck. Saved by Raycroft.
You cannot, I repeat, cannot go down 2 goals going into the third. Good save.
And it's touched for icing. Slap shots are tough to stop, and he came up big on that last one.
Well, it came fast, but he stayed with it and makes the save.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Wellwood. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Fired! He scores! And before the second intermission, they've tied it up.
A backhand like that is so deceptive. It's almost impossible for the goalie to judge where the puck is headed until it's too late.
Late in the second, and this game is tied.
They're not losing the game, but they've definitely lost some momentum.
To White. Shots are 7-6 for Chicago. Oh, he's nailed along the boards, and that hurt. One-time shot. Khabibulin's got it. Wisniewski takes over. And that wraps up the second period as we head into the break. The score is tied 1-1. Toronto tied this game up with a goal in the dying minutes of the second period.
And they have to take advantage of that momentum and keep things rolling here to open the third.
Maple Leafs win another faceoff. Tucker grabs the puck to match Sundin. Pretty nice glove save by Nick Khabibulin. That's stopped. The coin to Havlat. Now it's passed to Ruutu. Fired it! He scores to take the lead early in the third.
His stick flexes so much as he loads that shot up. When he lets it fly, it just explodes off his blade.
Third period's barely started and they're down by 1.
But if the goalie and the defense can shut the door from here on in, they have a fighting chance.
Passed over to Panikarovsky. One-timer right on. Scores! Early third tie game.
When he's coming down on the goalie, he can do so many things. All because of that wicked wrister.
Toronto closes the gap early in the third.
Jim, they couldn't have planned it any better. They've got the tie, and just as important, they've got the momentum.
Lindros. Delayed penalty coming up. Bork gets called for high sticking.
A dangerous play, and from this angle, it looks even worse.
Hopefully that'll bring the temperature down a few degrees. Toronto will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill in that first unit. Up to Tucker. Cleared down the ice by Calder. Puck jumped on by Caberlet. Delayed call. Calder will get the gate for hooking.
Take a look at the replay, and it's crystal clear what happened. Keep your eye on his stick.
Toronto has got the hometown fans on their feet.
And the crowd senses that they'll have a reason to cheer soon.
A goal now would lift the roof off this building. Cleared by Vandermeer. Puck corralled by Caberlet. He passes it to Sundin. Dumped in by Barker. And he passes it over to Tucker. It's into the neutral zone. Picked off. Pad up to Tucker. Cuts in front. Khabibulin's got it. Tucker. Allison. Shoots the puck. Vandermeer. Holmqvist cleared it out. Kolyakovo grabbed it. He passes the puck to Kabina. Lindros. The coin clears it. Bork. To Jeff O'Neill. Calder sees his penalty expire and jumps back on the ice. Lindros. He intercepts the pass. Fired it from the slot. Bork. Behind the net. To Kubina. Here's Brent Seabrook. To Kyle Calder. And he carries the puck into the attacking zone. He scores! Kyle Calder!
Calder is surprisingly strong for a 180-pounder. He plays tough all over the ice, and when he gets in a position to score, you've got to be awfully good to take him off the puck.
The faceoff goes to the Blackhawks. Holmqvist takes possession of the puck. Shot hard from the left. Just wide of the goal. Here come the Maple Leafs as they move out of their own zone. Quick shot, blocked. Here come the Blackhawks quickly out of their own zone. Turned over. To Williams. Now it's passed to State. He scores! We might have OT. They've tied the game.
This guy will take goals any way he can get them. Some call rebound goals garbage goals, but they sure look the same on the score sheet.
Toronto comes through with a tying goal late in the third.
They've got the momentum. Now can they clinch a win?
Face-off won by Ruutu. Seabrook dumped it. Behind the net. Up to Tucker. Now passed over to Sundin. Another shot. Oh, and he just missed the net. Jumped on by Tucker. Shot from the slot. That's blocked. Saved by Khabibulin. Behind the net. To Havlat. The ref indicates a delayed call. Sundin gets called for hooking.
That kind of play can get you a bad reputation.
It's pretty obvious he's not happy about this call and he's having a word with the official. Chicago will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. He shoots! That's blocked. Less than a minute to go in this third period. Intercepted to Marty Lapointe. Now it's passed to Havlat, right in front. One-timer. And he whistled it wide of the net. Toronto picked it up, cleared out by Gill. Vandermeer to Smolinski. Sharp in front, fired it from in front. Vandermeer to Smolinski. Throws it at the net, turned aside by Raycroft. Kilger. Down to the final seconds of the third. We're ready for the face-off. The shots on goal are 16-10 for Toronto. Shoots it hard! Raycroft makes the save. Here's Alexander Steen. Vandermeer. Chicago is now 0 for 2 on the power play. And that's icing. The puck is about to be dropped. Face-off won by Ruutu. To a coin. He gave the puck away. The Maple Leafs have possession and start out of their own zone. Shoots the puck. Khabibulin made the save. Here's Martin Havlat. He moves the puck into the neutral zone. Shots on goal are 17-11 for Toronto. To Steen. Shot the puck on the slot. Quickly steered aside by Nick Khabibulin. That's stopped and steered to the corner. Khabibulin wasn't getting beat that time.
He's definitely playing with some confidence.
About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Sundin. To Brian McCabe. Cuts in front! Khabibulin made the save. From behind the net to Seabrook. Chicago will get a chance to move up. They gain the blue line on the attack. Shoots the puck! Easy stop for Raycroft. Allison, he passes it rink wide to Sundin. Quick shot, saved by Khabibulin. Up along the boards, he steals the puck. The coin clears it safely out. That's icing. He had no problem with that save.
He saw that one all the way.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Chicago. They gain the blue line on the attack. Right on! Turned aside by Raycroft to have... That ends it. The Blackhawks won this game. 4-3 the final score.
Before this kid broke into the league, he was voted as the top player in the world not playing in the NHL. I think Tuomo Ruutu is more than living up to that high praise.
Tonight's second star for Chicago, number 22, Martin Laporte. And tonight's first star, Chicago, number 9, Martin Kavlak.
From Toronto, Ontario, we'd like to thank you for watching. This is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
Bye for now.